What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into the delicious subreddit r/ChoosingBeggars. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. You get what you ask for, nothing more. Posted by user Max Titanium. Entitled Mom. Entitled Child, who is maybe 5, MAT, those are my initials, and this is the cast for today. Here's the backstory. This happened a few years ago at, let's call it Mighty Sarkit. I live in a small town, so most people knew each other and was maybe 11 or 12. They offer free cookies in the bakery section at my store and loved them. One day, I go to grab a cookie and there's maybe 4 or 5 left. And of those, there's only one left that isn't burnt. I grab the non-burnt one and start walking back to my mom. Behind, a mom, entitled mom, and her kid, entitled kid, go do the same. Entitled child. I want a cookie. Entitled mom. Okay, honey, she says, as I turn around to watch, as I am very cautious around people I don't know or recognize. She grabs one and hands it to her kid. Entitled child. But it's burnt, Mommy. I don't want a burnt one. It was kind of late at the time, so I knew I needed to go back to my mom. Entitled mom. Sorry, but they're all burnt. Entitled child. He starts looking around and spots me, about to turn around and walk off. That one's not burnt. I stop dead in my tracks. About halfway, he turned around, looked back to see entitled mother walking over to me. Entitled mother. Hi, can my son have your cookie? Me. I turn to look straight at her and say, I guess part of it. I proceeded to break it in half and try to hand it to her, but her and her kid look at me funny, like I just insulted their family name. Remember, they were either new or just stopping by. Entitled mother. No, I meant the whole cookie, she says, aggravated. I'm a nice guy, but when she got upset over this, I decided it was a take it or leave it. Had she been nice, I would have been giving it. Me. Sorry, ma'am, but it's take it or leave it. When I said this, she looked at me like I killed her cat or dog and forced her to watch. At that moment, I said, that's a leave it, quickly and started to bolt. She tried to grab me and I smacked her hand away, turn as I'm running, and stuffed the whole thing in my mouth. Turn back and keep running. Entitled mother. How dare you! At this point, she's screaming random insults, and one of them was about me starving her child. I was done, found my mom, and I said nothing. I haven't seen her again, and hope not to. I was hoping there was going to be like a mama bear, climax happening at the end where she just like rips the entitled mother's face off with her claw. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously that wouldn't happen, but I was kind of hoping that the mama bear would do something. You should have told your mom, OP. One of the few times I will condone running to your mom to tell them something. I want to see more confrontations. I'm such an asshole. Moving on. Christmas is the ultimate choosing beggar holiday. Posted by user anonymous_trolls. I truly hate Christmas. Instead of a holiday of wonder and family bonding, all you get is whining from choosing beggars. The present is the wrong color, size, style, etc. Or they send you a long, expensive list of electronics, high-end clothes, TVs, game systems, or they demand that you just give them cold, hard cash. One Christmas, I handmade gifts for each of my family members. Cable-knitted sweaters, hats, and gloves in their favorite colors. I was so proud and worked so hard on them. But my family, mom, dad, sister, nieces, aunts, and cousins, had other opinions. Some of their complaints? Where are our real presents? What's this cheap crap?
This wasn't on the list I sent you.
I spent $50 on your present. What did this cost? $5? Mom, you said anonymous_trolls was buying us new Switches. You promised. My sister took her and her daughter's sweaters, gloves, hats, and threw them in the lit fireplace and told me that she will be taking me to the store the next day to buy them real presents and not to be cheap. I don't do Christmas anymore, except for my significant other and our kids. Oh my god, I'm like raging inside right now at this. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, but she said, I think it's a she, she said that she knitted. Did she say knitted? Cable knitted. Cable knitting is even fucking more difficult than just straight knitting. I'm sorry. It takes me like a week to knit one hat because I'm new at knitting. So, actually, no, that hat took me like 2 weeks to do. And that was like, I thought I was speeding so fast. This infuriates me. Like, this person, this beautiful, beautiful soul of a person took their precious time to make handmade gifts for these fucking assholes. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but if somebody did that, if somebody took all of the hard work that I did and just threw it in a fireplace in front of me, I'd probably be going to jail for choking a bitch. I'm telling you that right now. Oh my god. I would love a handmade gift above anything else. I fucking love handmade because I understand. You put your heart and your soul and all your curse words that are in your vocabulary into this project. I know what it's like. I know you have the person in mind, and it's always, that's the goal, to finish. It's going to be awesome when it's finished for this person. So you just put up with all the bullshit, all the hours of work, because you can't wait to see that look on their face of, holy shit, you took the time to make this for me? Wow. And I've had people react that way many, many times. So that's awesome when they do, but these fucking people, they don't deserve anything. Oh my god, that is gross. I'm like baffled. I believe this is real. I want to believe it's not, but I believe that it's real. No. Oh no. Oh, I forgot to say at the beginning, before I move on to the next story, so our favorite Miss Tea Cookie 88 has submitted yet another story. So I'm going to read that at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. And while I've got your attention, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified when I have future videos just like this, so you never miss one. All right, let's get on to the next story. Trying to sell a collectible means I stole people's college experience? Posted by user Sev is bored. Hi y'all! First post here. Was told by a friend that this story would be really good here. This was an exchange that happened on a different subreddit that I originally was going to just screenshot and post, but I figured it would require a bit of context, so I'll just do it in a story form. So I attend one of the biggest colleges in the United States. Every year we have this event where literally thousands of people come out, get into a crowd, and the homecoming court will throw these special rubber ducks, each year a unique design with the school name printed on, into the crowd. It is a frenzy. There is a limited number of ducks. Remember that. Every year, my small friend group will go super early and make sure we get good spots and try to take every precaution to make sure we get ducks. We get there hours before the event, map out where we're going to try to stand, all that. This is our third year, and the event is always a big deal for us. It's sorta hot and miserable day, but after the fact, being able to get the ducks mean we are happy we went. Well, this year, we again go early, and it's a successful mission. All 4 of us get our ducks. The only casualties being one friend getting his prescription glasses knocked off and trampled, and me skinning the fuck out of my knee. We each ended up walking away with 1 duck each. About an hour later, I checked my Snapchat from a friend that lives in my hometown, which is about an hour away from my college. It's a very zoomed in picture of me at the event. I'm taken aback, but I messaged them, and they tell me how them and 3 other people came for the event and the homecoming game that weekend. I was like, cool, y'all should come over and visit. He tells me that they were trying to get a hotel for the weekend, but everything in the near vicinity is filled. I say it's fine. I recently moved into a larger apartment, and after clearing it with my roommates, agreed to let them stay in my living room if they wanted. Well, I didn't wake up before they left in the morning, but they had left 2 ducks on the table. Apparently they had gotten them, but thought they wouldn't really care about them after the weekend, so they left them for me. I was happy, but I already had a duck, and I don't talk to too many people, so I was sort of at a loss at what to do with these ducks. Now, flashback to orientation weekend. The tour guide was trying to sell us on this event. She told us all about it, and everyone was sort of confused. So she added, "Yeah, I know it sounds a little crazy, but there are people willing to spend a ton of money on those ducks. I sold one for $100 one year." So when I first got the ducks, my intention was going to be to sell them online. But then I got sick. Hundreds of people being crammed like sardines at this event, I shouldn't have been so surprised, and sort of forgot about them. Fast forward to a few days ago. I decide I just kind of want to offload these ducks before everyone stops caring. So I go to my college's subreddit and I post a very nice, very polite post basically saying, "Hey, I have extra ducks if anyone's interested. I'm selling them. Asking price is $40, but very flexible on price." Again, this was a limited item and they were readily going for $80 to $120 on Facebook Marketplace. But I really didn't want to go through the effort of posting the listing and waiting for individual buyers. I figured the college Reddit is pretty active. I could get these things sold off the next day. I was giving those who didn't get a duck an opportunity to buy one at a super discounted rate. What could go wrong? So right away, I get one smartass post. He was like, "Well, you paid $0, so I'll offer you double. So I'll give you 0 for it." Haha, funny. But I'll get legit offers eventually. And I was right. I got PM'd a ton of offers and eventually sold them to 2 people for $35 each. But all the comments were telling me how I'm a terrible person, trying to make a quick buck. One particular thread started with the comment, "Imagine depriving your fellow classmates of their college experience for $40. I will admit, I should have left it be, but I was very annoyed by this. My response? Take it up with the school then. They only give out a few hundred and there is literally thousands of people in attendance. If they didn't want this situation, they would have given out more and not just thrown them into a crowd." The Choosing Beggar then responds with, "You mean 2,500? And links the article saying how the school ordered 2,500. Let me explain why this is dumb. First, this is a huge event, and that means a huge number of organizers. You have countless faculty members, a homecoming council, and the entire football team. In order to dissuade people from stealing ducks, each organizer is given a duck. This is easily 500 to 700 ducks taken out of the circulation. Secondly, this doesn't take into account the rampant favoritism that takes place at this event. It is the football team and homecoming court throwing out the ducks, and they are not shy about handing them to people they know in the front row. Thirdly, if this was really so many ducks, that would mean all the more that this person should not have struggled getting one. So I respond, explaining to him that these ducks were given to me. I did not catch 3. He doesn't care and keeps drilling his point home, saying how I am a terrible person and that I am detached from the masses. So I ask him what he wants me to do. Do I just post and give them to 2 random people? This would just leave the rest of them saying how they want it more. There was a sentiment of people who sell ducks don't want them and don't deserve them. I deserve them more because I actually want it. All in the comments. And here's where the real entitled mess comes. The Choosing Beggar responds in a giant post, basically telling me I am a dick for going early and preparing with this event, saying how
Maybe students have class at 10 a.m. and couldn't get there in time. They deserve a duck too.
And how this was a
Vital part of the college name experience.
and how I was taking that away from people for letting my friends come just to steal the ducks away from people. This event is on a school day, so once again, if that's his problem, he should take it up with the school. Most people don't have classes on Friday, and those that do, 99.999% of professors will cancel class that day if it conflicts with his sacred event. The idea that anyone should be able to come as the event is starting and get the same advantage and experience as someone who came and waited to get their duck is insane. So I just reiterate to the guy that I was given the ducks and that I was trying to sell them at a super low rate just so it wouldn't be giving them away at random. To the two people who bought the ducks, you are both super cool and I hope you enjoy them. TLDR, I got a limited collectible from a college event, was given extras, tried to sell them way below market price, was told I was
Detached from the masses and was depriving people of their college experience.
edit a couple of typos, but there's probably more. My bad. Oh shit. That was a long story, but it was good. Yeah, I don't understand people. Like, you didn't go. Why do you think that you're entitled? Like the OP said, you could have talked to your professor to try to go to the event. Like, this just sounds like a you problem. And I'm sorry if you're gonna get that upset about a piece of fucking plastic, rubber, whatever it is. You got bigger issues, my dude. It ain't Batman. It's a rubber duck with a college logo on it. It's not that big of a deal. Why? Why? Posted by user Pumpkin Scarecrow OG. My grandma paid her money to get some stuff from Burger King for a homeless guy, and he said, "No thanks, I'm a vegetarian." My thoughts after Dad told that story. But why though? If you are a vegetarian, why hang out by Burger King? Why though? Yeah, my dude. Why? That's hilarious. That's so true. Like, sure, be vegan all you want. I don't agree with it, but be vegan all you want. That's your prerogative. But why? Why would you hang out in front of a Burger King? Meat place. It sells meat. If you're hungry, go stand in front of, like, I don't know. I don't know any fucking vegetarian or vegan places, because you might as well just go to a farm and chew the field up, you know? I think that's what these beggars need to do. If they're vegan, just hitchhike your way out to the county, look for a farm, and just hide in the middle of their farm patch, and then just eat. There you go. You got a meal. I'm sure they won't miss 1 or 2 or 5 fruits or vegetables. Just go make yourself a salad without dressing. They'll never know. I mean, no, I'm not condoning stealing from people. The Choosing Agent, posted by user CookYe306. Please keep in mind that English is not my first language, and this is a long post, but she is kind of a choosing agent by the end of it if you read it till the end. So today I had a strange/stupid call with an agent from an insurance company. For a bit of context, I work as an administrative assistant executive in a multi-service clinic, physio, occupational therapy, osteopathy, etc., since 2 months. But previous to that, I was working as a receptionist for about 2 years at the same place. This info is important later on. We regularly are contracted by insurance companies to provide evaluations or recommendations concerning patients that apply for invalidity compensation. An agent contacted me last week because of a patient that didn't like how the insurance company managed her file. She is now taking them to court as she didn't receive any compensation, even though our therapist indicated that she wasn't able to work a full-time job ever again. In her call, she mentions that she isn't pleased with how our therapist handled the file, and she wanted me to talk to my therapist to understand what went wrong, because it seems that it isn't their fault, but ours. Sorry for the long intro. Now, here's the call today. I will resume as it was a long one, but if you're curious on all the other things she said to me, I can surely post them below. Here's the cast. Agent, me, aka myself, returning the call after I've spoken to my therapist. Me. Seems like my therapist here isn't at fault. I've read the report and then read all the emails between the patient, and her whole thing seems to be coherent with each other. What seems to be the problem? Agent. Well, for one, she did mention that it was unfair of us for closing the file regarding her work status and telling her to go back to work. Me. Okay. Well, she clearly stated that the patient should only be doing a part-time job, which is no more than 18 to 20 hours a week, as you ruled her for a 30 to 35 hour shift. Agent. Yeah, but she didn't ask us if it was true or not. She just told the client it wasn't what she had written in the report. Me. True. It isn't what she said in the report. Agent. But she didn't confirm with us. Me. Okay, what was the real verdict? Agent. She needs to go back for 30 to 35 hours a week. Me. So it is true. Agent. Whatever. You're covering for her because she's your coworker. Me. No, I'm not. I'm just stating the facts here. So is it true? Agent. Well, yeah, it is. Me. Then she can be disappointed that the insurance ruled out her observations. It is unfair for the patient in a way. She started throwing a lot of other points that I refuted each time, and then this gem happened. Me. So I guess we are done here, or is there something else? Agent. Well, I don't want to sound as if I'm criticizing everything here, but... Me. Thinking. Oh, what now? Yeah? Go ahead. Agent. It was the first time I was doing business with you, and for what matters, I didn't like the experience from the start, as the case was poorly handled. Me. Can you explain? I wasn't an admin at the time, so I don't know all that happened, even though I knew most of it from my colleagues. Agent. She starts telling me about a situation that I know for a fact was her fault back then and not my therapist. And also that I didn't like the change in the therapist after 2 appointments. When it concerns psychology and treatments, it should always be the same therapist. Me. Oh, okay. But I have here the contract signed by our therapist and yourself. You asked for us to start as soon as possible, although we have advised you that we couldn't since we had no therapist specializing in that domain for a month or so, as our current one was leaving on maternity leave and the other one wouldn't arrive for about that time. You did still ask for a solution to start ASAP. Agent. Yeah, but a good solution. Me. But you agreed to it. Agent. Well, she should have stayed for the remainder of the treatments with her patient. It shouldn't be allowed for a patient to change therapists mid-contract. Me. What would you have us done then? Agent. She should have stayed. Me. You knew she would be leaving less than a month after the start of the contract. Agent. You can't understand. You weren't the admin at the time. Me. Still, I was working for the company. I know what happened. Agent. You can't understand. You are too new to understand those things. Believe me, I am disappointed and not at all pleased with this. Me. You can't prevent a pregnant woman to give birth. What did you want us to do? Ask her to hold the baby in for a few more months until the end of the contract? I'm maybe not used to being an admin, but I know for a fact that you never gave birth to anyone, as you clearly don't know how a pregnancy works. Agent. This is so unprofessional. Never mind, I'll do my business elsewhere next time. Me. As you wish. Again, sorry for the long post, guys. OP, no, you do not be sorry for long posts. I love long posts because usually that means they're probably true if you took more time. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But I definitely think this one happened because When people are on the phone or on a computer, they get really bold. Like really bold. But they wouldn't act like the same person to your face typically. The people that get so bold online or on the phone, yeah, get them in person, and the second that you raise your voice at them, they usually turtle shell. So, but I totally believe this story is true. Like, definitely, I believe this. Oh, God. And OP, about English not being your first language, you typed this out much better than people who do speak English as their first language. So kudos to you. That was it was pretty easy to read. So I appreciate that very much. And you could teach a few people a thing or two. I work hard. Give me a free massage. Posted by user Erisu Fox. So this was on a classified/personals website I frequent. Hey everyone, 26-year-old male in desperate need of attention and pampering. So I'm going to be in XXX in the morning, 11 a.m., and will be doing really hard manual labor all day or until someone massages me. I know it's last minute, but I'm hoping someone, anyone, is available and willing to provide a bit of pampering. I would love a massage, bath/shower, or anything can think of. I'm essentially available from 11 a.m. Saturday, if possible. I am a pretty open person, but I'm always eager to push the boundaries of my comfort zone. I just really need a spa day/pampering. Let me be your plaything for the day, and you can pamper me any way you want. Ugh, gross. This is gross. This is how people die answering ads like this. Yeah, that's gross, man. Like a complete random person posts. No offer of payment. Just give me a back massage and spa day. Just let me be your plaything. Like, you know, I don't think there's a lot of women out there that really would fantasize about doing this, but at the same time, I have no clue. Yeah, but that's gross. I that's how you. Do you want to get murdered? Because that's how you get murdered. Hey, let's hook up, but you gotta come pick me up, and I'll complain the whole way there. Posted by user Gay Lad Throwaway. Hopefully this is allowed and not too NSFW for this sub. My dude, it is not too NSFW for this channel, so you're good. This happened about 4 to 5 years ago, but I remember it clear as day because it still makes me laugh. So I was on Grindr looking for a bit of fun in the hay. I have a taste for the more mature and older men than myself, 30 to 45, as I just can't be dealing with the games young people play. Although this time, their mental age was much lower. I started chatting to this handsome guy, early 40s, bearded, broad, very much my type, and we're really hitting it off. He called me sexy. I called him handsome. It was just jamming well. I was quite forward and asked him if he'd like to have some fun that night. He didn't respond for a good hour, but said he'd love to. But he told me that he currently has no car, between jobs, so no money for public transport, and cannot host at his place. It wasn't much of a problem for me. I drive, had my own place, and he was only about 20 minutes away. So I started heading over to his place and get a message saying, "I'll be 10 minutes late." I was a bit miffed, but shit happened, so I stopped to get petrol and got there 10 minutes later. He texted me again saying he'll be out in 5 minutes. I waited an extra 10 minutes, got a bit annoyed and was about to just leave it, but he gets to my car and I was thankful that he was just as handsome as he was in his pic. Had a cheeky little snog in the car and get on our way. As I was driving to mine, he was fiddling with everything in the car, like he was a child. This 40-plus-year-old man was fiddling with the seat, pressing the fan up and down. I asked if he was all right, and he said yeah, he's just excited. I thought that was pretty sweet, to be honest, but then it quickly went downhill. Him. "Can we stop off the shops first so I can buy some alcohol?" Me. "Oh, I have a lot of stuff at home. What's your poison?" Him. "Oh, I don't know. I'd rather just buy something I know I want. Me. I thought you were between jobs at the moment and no money. Him. But alcohol is a necessity. Am I right? Me. Can't really agree, but fair enough. Stop off at an off license near my house. Him. Oh God, not here. They don't have the whiskey I like. Me. I have several types of whiskey at home. What are you looking for? Him. Oh, you won't have it. It's very rare and expensive. Me. I don't want to be that guy, but it's pretty rude to say that you have no money to get a 4-pound taxi to mine, but enough money for some expensive whiskey? Him. You're right. I just wanted to be cheeky and see what car you had. Plus, I hate public transport. I was getting increasingly more annoyed at this point. Me. What shop has this whiskey then? Him. Names the shop. Me. That's literally the other side of town. I'm not driving all the way there. Him. This isn't going well, is it? Me. What do you mean? Him. Well, I'm sitting here hoping to have a good night, and you're quizzing me on things like a parent, but in an old Ford and being difficult about going out of your way just to get some whiskey that I'm paying for. I was pretty gobsmacked at this point and started driving off back to his place. Him. I've done it now. Forget what I said. Let's just go to yours and have fun. Me. To be honest, mate, I've lost interest in the whole thing now. I'll take you back home and we can just leave it how it is. He literally huffed and looked out the window like a teenager and didn't respond. Me. I don't mean to be rude. I just think we've got off on the wrong foot and it's killed the vibe. Do you get me? Still looks outside and doesn't respond for a good 30 seconds. Him. You know what? I wasn't really into it either after I saw what car you drove. I stopped the car where I was, told him to get out and grow up. Thank fuck it was raining outside so he can wash away his shitty attitude on his walk home. Oh my God. Guys, what did you think of that voice I just did? Is it demeaning? Should I not do it again? I just fucking love talking like this. It just feels so good. Honestly, when I was in high school, please don't think I'm putting down people with speech impediments, because I am not. When I was younger, I actually had a thing for guys who had a slight speech impediment, like a lisp or like a slight, I mean, as long as they weren't like spitting everywhere when they were talking, because I as you guys might remember in previous videos, I am very, spit makes me want to barf, spit, phlegm, whatever, anyway. So, having a speech impediment to me might suck for you, but to me, I think it's kind of cool and it makes you unique, so I like it. But anyway, let's talk about this guy. So, yeah, on Grindr, it's almost like OP is a woman in this situation, because this is what we deal with on a regular basis. Guys that are older than us, but way less mature. Come on, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm glad this guy didn't end up being like a total psycho, though, because that could have gone really bad. I hear Grindr horror stories all the time. Stay safe out there, my dudes. All right, my dudes, and the last story of the day is posted by Miss T Cookie 88, and it is another r/Tales from Fast Food story called She Was, You Know. Hey Reddit and Reddit Fairy. Hi! To counterbalance the stupid with the wholesome, here's a lighter story that I don't believe I posted anywhere else. Oh, nice. I remembered this because Veterans Day is coming up, and this happened the week after Veterans Day last year. A little backstory on my section at the time. Our department was primarily staffed with women with the occasional 1 or 2 men. Every woman looks different and have different personalities. This is important to know because this interaction started with a man saying, "I need the name of the girl who worked lunch on Veterans Day." Me. Certainly, sir. Can I ask in regards to what? Him. There was a young lady who was running around working by herself, and she stopped to help me use the machine thing, and she had a smile the entire time, and I want to tell her manager. By that description, I had 2 coworkers in mind who work fast with positive attitudes, so I needed him to narrow it down. The 3 I was thinking about could be described as tall teenage and brunette. She's mid-20s but looks really young, and short college age and blonde. Me. Do you remember what she looked like? Was she blonde or brunette? Tall? Short? Him. She was, you know. Me. Yes? Him. She was black. Now I giggled to myself because as of 4 months before this interaction, I became the only black woman in my department, and I didn't ever consider the girl whose name he was trying to get was mine. Me. Still mildly giggling. Then you must mean me. Him, looking mildly embarrassed. Are there any other black women who work in this department? Me. Not in the last few months. Him. Then thank you for your help last week. Me. Thank you for the compliment. My name is Tamia. He leaves in the direction of a manager. I don't know if he actually told any of them or not, but that made my day. At least, I don't want to call this guy racist because he was coming to give you a compliment, but he's kind of a little bit because clearly he thinks everybody looks the same. I'm sorry, Tamia. But, I mean, I don't want to say, I don't want to rectify it with saying, well, at least you got a compliment because that makes it lessen what actually happened, but at least he wasn't there to complain about you is all I'm saying. So that's good. Oh, when will people just open your eyes, pay attention a little more, stop being so general, you know? Because my dude, you're basic. Oh, girl, Tamia, you're so awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You rock. All my subscribers rock. I love all of you guys. All right, my dudes, that is all the stories I have for you today. I hope you liked it. If you did, just a little reminder, just tickle that little like button and the subscribe. You know you want to. Anyway, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it, especially Miss T Cookie 88. Come on, that give her some upvotes, guys. Come on. And while you're in the enchanted land of Reddit, head on over to r/RedditFairy and post your stories, my dude, just like Miss Tamia did, and you'll end up on my video. So until next time,
Chillax, my dudes. Your rockin' pal Reddit Fairy is holding it down.